Welcome to the Explainer. You know, when you hear about the AI race, it feels like it's all about one thing: who can build the biggest model? But that's honestly just one piece of the puzzle. Today, we're going to dive into the four very different and sometimes competing frontiers where AI is really advancing right now.
So let's kick things off with that first frontier, pure scale. And this number, 1 million, really represents the heart of what you could call the context window arms race.
So, what does a million tokens actually mean for you and me? Well, it's the power to process over 750,000 words in one go. To put that into perspective, that is more than the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, you could feed the whole epic saga to this AI and then just ask it literally anything about the story. This is a really big strategic move in this whole context window battle. I mean, having a memory this huge puts Anthropic's model way ahead of its competitors, like OpenAI's GPT-4. For really complex stuff like analyzing an entire software codebase, that kind of massive memory is an absolute game changer. It's a pretty compelling direction for sure. But while some companies are just laser-focused on this massive scale, a completely different frontier is opening up. And this one, it's not about size at all. It's about senses. And that brings us to our second frontier, building a totally different kind of AI. We're talking about models that don't just read text, but can actually see and hear the world around them at the same time. You know, kind of like we do.
This is the exact kind of scenario that companies like SoundHound AI are trying to make a reality with their Vision AI. The whole point is to create something that feels natural, that mimics how we humans actually interact with the world and gets rid of all those clunky, frustrating experiences we have with our smart devices today.
So how does it actually pull this off? Well, the system takes a live camera feed and fuses it in real time with advanced voice recognition. By processing what it sees and what it hears at the exact same moment, it can figure out what you really mean, something a simple voice assistant just can't do.
And think about the possibilities here. Giving AI new senses could make it a way more useful partner in our lives. You could have a mechanic who gets visual and audio instructions just by looking at an engine part, or a drive-thru that visually confirms your order as you're saying it. It's really about making tech feel less like a clunky tool and more like a true assistant.
Okay, so we've got bigger models and we've got models with new senses. But what if both of those are just scratching the surface of the real challenge here? This brings us to our third frontier, the potential breakthrough that could actually lead to artificial general intelligence, or AGI, an AI with human-like reasoning. That's how one article described a huge shift in thinking from François Chollet. Now, if you don't know, he's the creator of the Keras Deep Learning Library and has for years been one of the most respected and, frankly, most skeptical thinkers in the AI space. But recently, something changed his mind. He dramatically cut his own timeline for achieving AGI in half, from about 10 years down to just 5. But here's the kicker. His reason has nothing to do with bigger models or more data. His optimism is coming from a fundamental shift he's seeing in what AI can actually do. For Chollet, the real breakthrough is that models are finally starting to show signs of what psychologists call fluid intelligence. And this isn't just about memorizing the entire internet and spitting back patterns. This is the ability to reason, to adapt, and to solve a problem you have genuinely never seen before. It's about thinking, not just regurgitating. He points to this core problem that's held AI back. It basically has permanent amnesia. Your AI assistant doesn't learn from its mistakes or its successes with you. It might be brilliant, but it's stuck on its first day, every single day, completely unable to learn on the job like a person can.
So his proposed solution is this incredible concept he calls a GitHub for intelligence. Here's the idea. An AI agent solves a new puzzle. The system then breaks that solution down into its core, reusable concepts, these abstractions, and adds those little building blocks to a massive shared library for other AIs.
And the result is a truly superhuman learning ability. See, it's not one giant superbrain. It's a collective network of millions of AIs all learning in parallel. And when one agent learns something new, that knowledge is instantly and perfectly available to all the others. The system's intelligence would just compound exponentially. It's a wild idea. This crazy fast evolution brings us to our fourth and final frontier, And this is where all these powerful new abilities start to collide with the messy, complex reality of human society, forcing us to ask some really tough questions.
So let's look at a real-world example of this frontier in action. One that is already happening right now and affecting how we use the internet.
Right now, YouTube is testing a system that uses AI to decide if you are an adult or a minor. And get this, the AI doesn't care about the birthday you entered when you signed up. It just analyzes your viewing history and makes its own call about your age.
And that judgment has very real consequences. If the system decides you're under 18, it automatically changes your entire experience. It'll give you screen break reminders, restrict video recommendations, and turn off all personalized advertising.
Now, the stated goal here is, of course, to protect minors. But digital rights groups are raising some serious alarms. They're arguing that these kinds of systems could infringe on our privacy and even violate free speech, which creates this really tricky dilemma between platform safety and our individual freedoms.
So when you look at these four totally distinct frontiers, you're left with this huge, crucial question. What is the future of AI really? Is it just a bigger tool with a better memory? Is it a better partner that can see and hear our world? A new kind of collective mind that learns at an insane speed? Or is it a final judge that makes decisions about our lives? The answer is probably all of the above, and our future will likely be defined by how we navigate all four of these frontiers at the same time.